Good morning, my lovelies. Yes, that is the moon. You can see the moon. I have good news and good news. Good news for me is it is not raining. I can see the moon. And good news for you, the spamathon should slow down and stop because we are fully charged, fully absorbed. As with my last vloggy update with all the screenshots, I put in the power supply to give it a little tickle, and it was a matter of 15-20 minutes and a few watts. If you're generous, you know, that's a 300 watt power supply, so over an hour that'd be 300 watts. It was 15-20 minutes, so 100 watts, maybe 150 watts if you're generous, caused that to hit a glass ceiling and the absorption to take forever. So it was just to satisfy my curiosity, because it was running all night, and at 5 o'clock this morning I was expecting the voltages to be a bit higher and that to have absorbed blah blah blah. But to get everything absolutely dinging off of the rev limiter, 15-20 minutes with a 300 watt power supply, so there was absolutely bugger all in the cells left to reach absolutely full. So there we are absolutely full. 5 millivolts of deviation. I did have it at the 3.6. So I'm gonna call it as done. Yeah, so the good news for you is, with the size of this bad boy, it's going to take a long time to discharge and then recharge back up again, so the video should slow down with all. It's not going to be quite so spammy. I could have, that's nice and quiet. I could have sped the process up by charging at a higher C rate. So you can see there that since the initial startup, it's been 2 days, 20 hours, 29 minutes of runtime to charge up from probably 1/3 state of charge to fully absorbed and fully balanced. I could have gone a higher charge rate, but a bit of mechanical sympathy, it treat it as like a running in period. So for the first charge, I'm gonna go gentle, and for the first discharge as well, go gentle, and then when I recharge, I shall charge at a higher C rate, as much as I can get out of that, and as much as the sunshine would allow. And then the next discharge, I'll discharge it with as much as I dare. You know, a couple of appliances and a heater, that sort of thing. So that's the plan. So plan for today is just to give it a working, you know, just one appliance at a time. I do the washing machine and the tumble dryer, and we'll go from there. So I said, just a bit of mechanical sympathy for the first charge and the first discharge. Just a little bit of mechanical sympathy. I could have sped it up. The process could have been a lot quicker if I had charged it harder, but this is still light years quicker than trying to do a parallel balance with a 5 amp power supply, because all of these in parallel, you're looking at thousands and thousands of amps, and you divide that by 5 and it's a lot, and it's a long time. I would just like to announce the new and improved laundry department at the Windy Bottom retirement home officially open. That's the washing machine running. Literally just poked it to start go. And so exciting TV time. Where's me bloody doodah? It should still be filling. It's literally just a minute ago that I gave it a poke, so it should just be filling, and then the hot water should kick in. So what we've got running at the moment would be the fridge, the freezer, and I've literally just started the washing machine. So it should fire up any time now. Anytime now. Anytime now. Anytime now. Sometimes I have to run back in and check that I've actually poked the button and it's running. You know what it's like. So words are tough. The suspense is a killer. I had poked the button, the washing machine is running. So I've got very, very low consumption going out at the moment. It's not heated the water up yet. Put on a 40-degree wash, so it shouldn't be too long before some juice starts to really flow. Just for a time check, it is 8:25, 3rd of January. So I don't know, we'll call it 8:15 because when I was plugging the fridge and the freezer in and turning the washing machine on, so it would have been about 8:15. Interestingly, I'm still waiting for the washing machine to really fire up. Only 80-90 watts being drawn. Even at that lower draw, the voltage sags down reasonably quickly from the 3.6 from the 3.6 right up here into the flatter part of the charge curve. So that's perfectly alright, perfectly normal. And we've not sagged down much at all. This battery's sagged down much on my phone. It's going to need charging soon. So all it's sagged down to with that light initial load, it just a 3.33. So no major sag as yet. Interestingly, I missed the hot water cycle of the washing machine. That was really quick. So I turned the wee countertop oven on quick, so that's drawing 1.5 kilowatts, and the voltage is still only down to the 3.3 under a reasonable bit of load. 16 amps going out of one side, and 16 amps going out the other side, so quite nicely equal. Average cell voltage is 3.3. So I'm not going to take the mickey with the oven. I don't want to waste. I'm not going to waste it. I want to reclaim as much energy as we've put into it as possible. I don't really want to waste too much. I just wanted to prove that I'm actually drawing something, and that the wattometer on the inverter was working, and that the app was working, showing that I'm drawing something. Because I stood there thinking that washing machine should have drawn something by now to do the hot water cycle, but I'd missed it, and it must have been a matter of seconds of me missing the inverter slowing right down. So waffle, Carry on. Shit! I'm stood here watching that and I'm thinking, come on, the washing machine's got to be drawing something by now. It's got to be drawing something by now. Yesterday evening, I only switched plugs on the bloody tumble dryer. The washing machine is still on the grid. What a bloody idiot. Be right back. Cock. Jesus, suffering fuck. What an idiot. Go on, you, pause. And power cut. Hello, Missy. She's a little rescue cat. She's scared of absolutely everything. So I'll need to turn that off from there. Ugh. The things I have to bloody do. Goodness bloody me. Oh, God. Now I declare the off-grid laundrette officially open. Welcome to the nut house. Sorry about that. That penny dropped with such a clang it set off another earthquake in Japan. So that is the washing machine now on the off-grid side of the circuitry. It took for absolutely ages for me to think. I just stood here thinking, why is that showing 0? Why is that showing 0? Why is it? And I just anyway, so that is us operational, and actually showing something coming out of here now. Well, it was until it stopped. Oh, yeah. Okay then, just quick, that is 0 load on the inverter. The washing machine has finished. It's been at rest now in the time it's taken me to roll a smoke and make a coffee. The overall cell voltage has recovered to 3.3 on that side, and the right side the same, 3.3. So I'll be right back. Just go and load the tumble dryer. And go. Don't mind me, dog. Move, 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 move. Stay, 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 stay. Good girl. Good girl, good girl, good girl. Yeah. So we are 2.4 kilowatts and Saggy Maggie 3.299 volts 3.298 volts. 25 amps coming out of this side. And beep beep. 25 coming from this side. 3.295 volts. So with a reasonably good load on it, which is still no sweat at all for all of this. We're still at quite a very low discharge C rate. But it's a reasonable load on it, 2.5 kilowatts ish. And the cell voltage hasn't plummeted, so that's a good sign that the grade B cells are nice and healthy. No nasty voltage sag under a load. So to be continued. All good. Let's see how it goes. What's the old amp count saying? And we're down to, on the gasometer, it's saying 268.8 remaining ampere hours on the gasometer. So that's probably inaccurate until it's given us a couple of cycles to settle down. So again, there's 268.8. So everything's looking nice and equally tied together. Jolly good. Right, so in the last week clip, I started the tumble dryer at 10:04. Timestamp is now 10:20, so that's 15-16 minutes of running the tumble dryer. It's about the 2.6 kilowatts, and we are an average voltage of 2.8, 2.9, 3.28, 3.29. Reflection's terrible. 3.8, 3.29 on that side. And we are the same, 3.29-ish on the other side. So it seems to have plateaued and steadied out at that voltage. There's absolutely no warmth at all to anything. Everything is nice and cold. Cool as a cucumber. Cold to the touch. There is absolutely no warmth to anything at all. Okay, we're only drawing 30 amps a side, but straight off the bat, it's so nice to see just low 30 amps a side running the tumble dryer instead of with the LiitoKala. I was having to run the tumble dryer on its lowest setting so that I wasn't drawing the 60-70 amps out of the battery, to try and keep the C rate on that as low as possible. So already winner chicken dinner. I'm liking what I see. So that's it for the time being. Just gently. Gonna be quite economical with of gathering what we've put into it. So it shouldn't have cost me too much. It'll only be really the conversion losses and the inverter losses from what we got out of the plug socket to charge up with. So overall, so much better than the little crappy ones from LiitoKala. The future's bright. Hello. So that is the the tumble dryer finished. Exciting times. So that's one load of the washing machine and about an hour and 20 minutes of running the tumble dryer. It's literally just stopped. And the voltage has recovered to 3.32. So bounced back really nicely. 53.16. 243.6 remaining. And on the right bank, voltage has recovered to 3.32 as well. 53.15. No cell deviation. And 243.6 remaining. 87%. So cool. Really good with that. Just about to start the second load on the washing machine. And then I'm off out for a road trip to get some chicken food. A couple of bags of. Alright guys and girls. That's me not long back. The washing machine's done its second go and the tumble dryer's on for a second load. 224 ampere hours remaining. And we're still an average voltage of 3.3. Mind you, the load's come off at the moment, so the tumble dryer must be having a rest. Fuck's sake. So that's that side. On the right hand side, that as well is at the 3.3. 224 ampere hours remaining. Overall pack voltage 53 volts. Cell deviation of 2 millivolts. Absolutely fantastic. So absolute revelation, this new battery pack, because I would have never have got all of that out of those little Kalas in one go. The 2 loads of washing and onto my second load of the tumble dryer. So brilliant. So we are drawing to a close on the first day of discharging after doing the top balance. I must say that I'm blown away with how big this is. The inverter still says 53.4 volts. And the JK BMS, I'll try and get out of the JK BMS, we've just ticked under the 200, so we've got 196 ampere hours left in that one. And the right one, that's saying 198.8, so it's a little bit wonky side to side, but resting voltage is 3. I'll say resting voltage. The load we've got going at the moment is just a fridge to freezer and a dehumidifier. But today I've done 3 loads of washing, 2 loads in the tumble dryer. The dehumidifier has been running all day, which is a constant 180 watts. And I've cooked dinner, which was just a cheating dinner, which was chicken breast and rice with a sweet and sour sauce out of a jar. But it still all adds up. It's still electricity. So all in all, really chuffed. Whilst I was running the tumble dryer, nothing gets hot or any sign of any warmth at all, and the voltage doesn't sag at all, you know. Brilliant. So that's about all I can say for now, apart from thank you very much for putting up with my waffle. think my screen needs a clean. I'm in soft focus. Yeah, I'm just absolutely blown away with how big that is, and I've still got loads left. I could never have done all of that in one day or one go with that battery pack, that capacity, where they're sick and under capacity, probably about 3.5 kilowatt hours if I'm lucky. So it'd be a massive difference to that. So we're just running in and settling in. It'll have gentle discharging, recover, reclaim what I've charged this with, but I'll discharge it nice and slowly, so just a settling in period. Then I'll do a torque check. I'll just make sure that everything's still nice and tight, and then I'll charge it back up with as high as I dare out of a 13 amp socket, and I'll charge that up without any interruptions or stopping, and we'll see what the old balance does from start to finish. And then what I'll do is I'll probably put the plug-in meter in the house, and then I'll run as much as I can like out of that as well, try and max out the 13 amps with a couple of heaters or something, see what sort of capacity we get out of that, but including all of the losses, all of the inverter losses, the transformation losses, all of the cabling losses. Once it goes into AC, that blue Arctic cable, that's about 40 meters long, you know, so it all adds up. The angels all take their share, so it'll be interesting to see how lossy the system is when you're taking that into consideration, and what we get left to play with. So that'll be a good video for another day, for a bit more slow TV. Thank you very much to you all for watching. Thank you very much for all of your comments. That's been great so far. Thank you very much. Look after yourselves. Bye bye.